One of the biggest questions I get since doing the ReMarkable videos has actually been, how does the ReMarkable compare to the iPad and which one should I get? In today's video, I'm going to sort of debunk whether you should get an iPad or a ReMarkable tablet, giving you an overview of how the experience is as I've got both of these products, giving you my own experience and also talking more philosophically about the roles of each tools. So folks, thank you so much for coming back to the channel. Please do make sure to subscribe if you're brand new. So this conversation is pretty weird, the ReMarkable versus the iPad. Now I want to break this down into a few different parts, so you can use the timestamps below to actually go into different sections. The first thing I want to talk about is that more philosophical conversation of how these guys are actually placed in the market. Now, we all know that a car does dramatically more than a bicycle, but at the same time, when we're looking to do something like go on a leisurely cycle, then the bicycle is a much more suitable job. Whereas a car obviously does a lot more. You can drive much further. It will get you there in a much faster time, and it has more gadgets and gizmos inside. But as you can imagine, they're two very different things. They're used for two very different situations. And that's how I view the ReMarkable and the iPad. Now, I actually bought the iPad after I had a ReMarkable 1, and then obviously got ReMarkable 2. But as you can imagine, it actually gave me an experience with having an iPad. And of course, we all know the iPad has millions of apps, it has a backlight, it has a powerful functions in terms of using the Apple Pencil, and also the power of the device and a camera and all of the things you'd expect inside of a phone. So it does collectively more. However, the conversation that I always am trying to have when recommending which one's better for people is, what experience do you want? A couple of years ago, me and a couple of friends were talking about the role of holidays and in the future, how we might actually potentially pay for holidays that take us away to like this remote island, remove all our technology and remove all the difficult things in our lives, the easy things in our lives that make life easy versus difficult. And we're talking about whether people would be paying for that. And I believe that I think people would pay for an experience like that. Although it's counterintuitive, you know, you want to go on holiday to relax and all that. But I think the way that we're heading with technologies, obviously things are going to get more powerful, but more importantly, things are going to get more immersive. So taking us away from those experiences and actually focusing on noticing things around us can sometimes be even better. And that's why I think people would be more than willing to pay in 10, 15 years for a holiday like that versus a more distractive holiday potentially. So that's the way that, again, I see the ReMarkable is it's trying to do a completely different thing. It's trying to take you away from the device. It's not got a backlight because it's trying to not allow you to do work at night. It's got a very paper-like display because it's trying to replicate paper. And it's also got a lot of things that the iPad doesn't have, like applications. Now, more recently, the ReMarkable actually added Google Drive and Dropbox integration, and they introduced something called Connect, which is a brand new subscription service inside of the application, which does bump up the ongoing price of having a ReMarkable. However, in my opinion, I think these are very subtle additions to the digital world that they're adding, especially because what ReMarkable is very good at is helping to take you away from the digital world and is helping to really focus on you being in the moment on work. Now, obviously, there's a price factor here, and the conversation is, would you be willing to pay more for less? And that's exactly what's happening with the ReMarkable. I've priced up a 10.2-inch iPad, Wi-Fi 64 gigabytes, silver edition with just the Apple Pencil, and it comes to, in the UK at least, £408. I've priced up the cheapest version of the ReMarkable 2 package, including the more recent Connect plan, which takes £100 off and £50 off accessories, and it still takes me to £440. and that's with all of the additions there. So basically the basics that you really need to go starting with. And obviously you could cancel your Connect plan to start, so there wouldn't be a running cost to it. However, it's £32 more than you would be paying for the likes of the ReMarkable, the iPad. So it's naturally, the iPad is, if you look at those two against each other, the iPad, which does considerably more and is less, is obviously a not better option to the naked eye, and the ReMarkable, which is more money but does less. But you have to really work out whether you need this or not. Well, what's the thing that you want to do? Because the ReMarkable is very good for visual thinkers, very good for people who want to remove technology from meetings and things like that, people who want to take notes on a consistent basis, and also people who just want to get away from technologies being immersive in their lives. For me, my experience with these has been that although when I got the iPad Pro, I started using it in coffee shops for writing out stuff, obviously on Medium, and also writing articles on the Squarespace, and obviously just the general and administration stuff. But I found that I actually have been using the ReMarkable a lot more collectively over time, and that's purely because of its relaxed nature. I feel a lot more free with it. Obviously, I could say to myself, I get Notability, whack a paper-like display on it, and use the Apple Pencil to start typing away. But I think what I like about the ReMarkable is it is taking you away from that experience of being so close to potential distractions and being backlit so you can do it at night. I like how complementary it is to trying to get you to focus on your work. So there are a lot of different things that are tough when it comes to decision making around either one of these. But what I would say is the generalized rule is if you're somebody that has a set budget of £500 and you're looking for something that you're going to be using to sketch but also do work and sort of manage your workload, then the iPad is a no-brainer, because you get more than you get more than the ReMarkable. You can actually do that stuff. But my thing is, I say the ReMarkable is more suitable if you've already got an iPad or you already use a MacBook and you're looking to take yourself away from that sort of on-the-go experience. And you don't need necessarily a backlit display. You don't need apps. You don't need to do a certain task, but you need to focus on something. Then that's where it best fits, in my opinion. So ReMarkable versus iPad is a very deep conversation. I thought that the analogy of the sort of, the car and the bicycle hopefully helped sort of view it in a better perspective. But as you can imagine, the iPad is a fantastic device and it does so well for the price. But the ReMarkable is also a fantastic device and it does very good, but is quite highly priced. That's my opinion on the two sets. Hopefully it gave you a bit of differentiation, and if you're looking at a ReMarkable, it's probably something that you might be more in a position over the decision of choosing between an iPad and a ReMarkable. I'd say that people who already have both are probably going to be in a more easier position when they're looking to get something like a ReMarkable as an additional purchase to their lineup. So folks, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any thoughts below. As you can imagine, trying to come at this from a balanced perspective, but as you can imagine, a very interesting conversation to definitely be having. Thank you very much, folks. Make sure to subscribe and also feel free to like this video and comment below. It'd be great to hear some of your thoughts. Cheerio, folks.